Hello, kindergarten students and learning coaches. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. This week we have been talking about President's Day. President's Day is a time that we honor and remember our presidents and all of the hard work that they have given to make our country a great place to live. So yesterday we listened to a story about President's Day and we learned some very interesting facts about some of our presidents. Today we are going to listen to another story. This story is called Duck for President. As you are listening to this story, I would like for you to think about a couple of questions. First, what would you do if you were president? And is there anything that you would like to change? Learning coaches, if you scroll down, you will see a link below this video that says Duck for President. Please pause this recording. Click that link and listen to the story with your student. I hope you enjoyed that book. I know that I certainly did. Duck decided that he did not like the way that things were going on the farm, so he wanted to hold an election to select a new person in charge, and an election is when we vote. So after winning that election, he ran for governor and then for president. So today we are going to journal, and what I want to know is, what would you do if you were president? This is going to be our topic for today. Learning coaches, please click on the link below titled If I Were President. Print this document for your student. You will also need a pencil. Please pause this recording as you gather your materials. All right, boys and girls, now we are ready to start our journal. So at the top of this sheet, it says, if I were president. Draw yourself in as president and then write about what you would do as the president. So right here is a space where you are going to draw a picture of yourself. So I'm going to use my pencil and draw a picture of me. I have long hair, so I'm drawing my hair, and then I'm going to draw my body. All right, so you will draw a picture of yourself, and I'm going to draw the clothes that I would wear if I were president. And after that, I am going to get out my crayons and I'm going to color in that picture. So now I am going to write a sentence about what I would do if I were the president. And I was really thinking about this, and you know, I have a lot of chores. I do a lot of laundry and I keep my house clean. And I think if I were the president that I would not do any chores. So that's what I'm going to write about. So I'm starting here, and the first thing I do is I start with a capital letter. And I'm writing if I were president. So if, you can sound that out, if, put a finger space, I. Now, remember, the word I is always capitalized. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning of a sentence or in the middle of the sentence, it's always capitalized. If I were, so finger space, were, and that's one of my sight words, so I know how to spell were. If I were president. Now, it's written right up here, but I am going to sound this out with you. Because learning coaches, I want you to see how your student may write this word if they were writing it phonetically or the way that it sounds. So if I were I hear the PR, they might hear that Z sound. President. Okay, so this might be, they hear that the NT. So if I were president, I would not do chores. So again, here's the word I, and that is a capital I, always in the word I. So I, finger space again, would, w. Now let's sound this out, w, would. This might be how your student hears it. I would, finger space, not. That's one of my sight words. Do. Now, let's sound out the word chores. Ch. That digraph, the ch sound, the ch, so ch. And then oars. And what always goes at the end of my sentence, punctuation, I am putting a period at the end of my sentence. So my sentence says, if I were president, I would not do chores. So I would like for you to write your sentence. Now remember, at this point in kindergarten, we should be able to write at least one sentence. By the end of the year, we want to be able to write 3 to 5 sentences on a topic. So I would like for you to write a sentence, and then if you have other ideas, write a second sentence. So another thing that I might do if I were president was I would let everyone eat dessert for breakfast. So that might be something that my second sentence would say. Okay, so I want you to just brainstorm of some things that you would do if you were president, and I would like you to write at least one sentence, but try and write 3 sentences about this. And if you run out of space, you can just get another piece of paper to finish this. Now, we would love to see your work. So if you would like to take a picture of this journal entry and send that to your homeroom teacher in a K-mail, that would be fantastic. Please pause this recording as you complete your journal entry. All right, friends, great job. Now we are going to switch gears to math. Learning coaches, if you look at the links just below this video, you will see a link that is labeled Flip That Penny. Please click on that link and print that document. You will need the printed document, a pencil, crayons, and a penny. Please pause this recording as you collect your materials. Great, now we are ready to get started. You may be wondering why we are using a penny for this activity and a quarter for our next activity, and that is because if you look on the penny, there is Abraham Lincoln, and he is one of the presidents that we have been talking about, and we honor him during President's Day. And on the quarter, you will see George Washington. Okay, but this first activity, we need a penny. So what we are going to do is we are going to flip the penny, and then we are going to graph our data. So we are going to see how many times it lands on heads and how many times it lands on tails. Okay, so I'm going to flip the penny, and we're not going to do the whole activity together. I'm just going to get you started. But we flip it. We're flipping it 20 times, and it landed on heads. So I'm going to get my crayon, and I'm going to color in one box for heads. Okay, so we flip it again, and it flipped off the table. It landed on heads again, so we will color the second box for heads. This time it was tails, so I'm going to come down here and color one box for tails. So you will continue to flip your penny a total of 20 times, and you will graph the results. So you will color in the boxes for the number of heads and color in the boxes for the number of tails. So please pause this recording and flip your penny 20 times and graph your data. All right, friends, I have finished flipping my penny and I have graphed my data. As you can see, my penny landed on heads 8 times and it landed on tails 12 times. So here you are just going to fill in the number. So you are going to put the number that your penny landed on heads here. I landed on heads blank times. So I'm going to write 8. You will write your number. Then I landed on tails blank times, and I'm going to write 12. So we were supposed to flip our penny 20 times. So if you count all of the boxes for tails and all of the boxes for heads, you will get 20 boxes. And 8 plus 12 equals 20. All right, so if we look on page 2 of the document, we are going to do some other activities with the number. So here we have heads. You are writing the number that your penny landed on heads. So here I will write 8. And we're writing the number of times that it landed on tails. So I will write 12. Here we are going to do tally marks. For every one line that you make, that it represents one flip. So I'm going to do 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you slash it on 5. So every bundle is 5. 6, 7, 8. So we have 5 and 3, which makes 8. Now we're going to do 12, and you're going to do the number that you flipped for tails. Remember, each tally mark represents one flip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, slash it on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'll slash it again because that's 5 more. And then 11, 12. So you will do tally marks to represent your number. Here, my penny landed on blank the most. So mine landed on tails the most. So I'm going to write tails here. You will write heads or tails, whichever is true for yours. And here it says my penny landed on blank the least. So I'm going to write heads. You will either write heads or tails. And lastly, over here, I would like for you to write about your data in this box. So for example, you could write, my penny landed on tails 12 times. Or my penny landed on heads 8 times. Just write a sentence about your data. Okay? Please pause this recording and complete this activity. Great job! Our next activity is very similar to flipping the penny, but we are going to flip a quarter. So learning coaches, if you scroll down, you will see a link titled Flip That Quarter Data. You can click on that and print the document for your student. You will need that printed document, a pencil, a quarter, and crayons to complete this activity. Please pause this recording as you collect your materials. All right, now you are ready to begin. You will do the same thing for the quarter as you did with the penny activity. You will flip your quarter a total of 20 times, and you will write here the number of times that it landed on heads and the number of times that it landed on tails. You will represent that number with tally marks, and you will write about your data. I do want to point out to you on page 2, if you look down here at the bottom, you will see a 10 frame. So you can represent your data with a 10 frame. So for example, let's say I landed on heads 14 times and I landed on tails 6 times. So the most would be heads, so I will color in 14 squares on my 10 frame. So that will be the whole 10 on top and then 4 more on the bottom. And over here for the least, I had tails and I had 6. So I will color in 6 boxes on this 10 frame to represent the number 6. You are now ready to complete this activity on your own. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and I hope that you enjoyed these activities. Please complete the attendance survey. That link is located in the description of this video. And for the topic, you can just put President's Day. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.